Guys, it's Sonia. I think we're live. Woohoo! I like it when a plan comes together. How are you doing out there this morning, my friends? I gotta tell you, I'm feeling good. I shared with you guys this week. I wanted to do this business chat, morning chat, first thing in the morning at 8 a.m. because I needed to break myself of a schedule where this night owl in me wants to keep working way late and then still have time for Netflix. So I had to bring it back, right? And I got to tell you, a weekend. Good morning, Shanda. I am so sorry. My mouth hasn't got off the break. I am so happy you're here. Hey, Vintage Forest Finds. How are you? How's your day going? Do you feel awake this morning? I just feel extra good this morning. It could be the awesome coffee. I'm pretty sure, though, it's because I've started to set myself up in a routine. I'm so happy. You know how, when you first start doing stuff, it seems really hard, AKA business, and then you get rolling because you start to do something before you know it, it starts to get more comfortable. Good morning, Jocelyn. How are you? Jerry's on here. Brenny's on here. Great day. Hey, Linda. And that's it. You have the choice to make it a good day or a bad day. Now, if you have coffee, it's probably going to be a good day, right? So good. Oh, I am just thankful for coffee this morning. See, there's always something to be thankful for, right? So what are you girls up to this morning? What are you about to get into? Hey, Tish, Bridget, Sandy, do you guys have to work today? Are you at home today? Let me know. Lynn, how are you? Darling, good morning. Yeah, coffee, check. Yes. So I wrote in a bunch of notes as I was drinking my coffee and really thinking about what I wanted to talk with you guys about today. And don't ever think that when you go live or, you put yourself on camera that you're like, I got to have it all together. Like, I got to script it out. I got to know what I'm going to say. Listen, the best conversations come from the heart. The best conversations come just as you're thinking through them and you're being real. So even me, when I turn on the go live button to talk to you guys, I have a general idea of what I'm going to talk about, like something, a point that I want you to take away today. But I never, ever get caught up in, should I go live today because I don't feel like I'm polished? Listen, don't even be polished in business. You know what's better than being polished in business? Being real, because real people connect to real people. And the moment, why do you think that there was this big, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat this morning. But yeah, why do you think there was this big movement to go to reality TV? Anybody else enjoy reality TV? And why do you enjoy it? You tell me. Everybody's saying good morning to everybody. Bridget says she's heading up to her booth to restock. Good for you, girl. Yep, everything we do, how do you eat the elephant one bite at a time? And it's like a snowball in business. All those little things that you do, Bridget, and everybody else listening, it's like the snowball. You start off, and then every time you roll it and it picks up a little bit more snow or a little bit more momentum if it's a ball, it starts to get bigger, right? You're so terrified to go live. Oh, trust me, we'll have you going live. We're going to talk about things to go live and, how to do it and how to map it out. And just in your brain, you're pretty much your strategic thing that you should have. It's very simple to go live. And I'll tell you all about it. Plus, when you go live, the nice thing is, Jocelyn, that you have control. You have, like right now, I have a button at the bottom that says end live stream. And at any given time, if I really feel like I got to go, I can hit end stream, right? Everything is real. And that's best. That's the best, right? But we love reality TV because we get to be like a fly on the wall and we get to see how other people live and things like that. And that's why when you think that you go live and you're like, oh, what's my backdrop look like? Is it too messy or anything like that? You know what? People just want to hang out with you if you're giving them true value. And they just want to hang out with you more. And they don't care about that stuff. In fact, they might ask you about that. That might generate some more conversation. Like, what do you got sticking back there in the background, Sonia? That sort of thing, right? And they just find it interesting to see how other people exist because we all live different sorts of ways, right? Darlene says, I went live once and almost ran out of the room 1 second before. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Remember, you're always in control. Rustic Charm is on here from England. How are you, Rustic Charm? What time of the day is it for you? It's 8 o'clock right here on the eastern side of the coastline here in the U.S., getting ready to start the day. So it's always good to take a moment to think about what just something that can help you grow in business every single day. I like to I like to think on what could I always be better doing? How could I serve my people better, because remember, business is all about taking care of other people, right? And when you do that, honestly, like even going live and stuff like that, when you're helping other people, they don't care about what's in your background, right? They don't care if you're nervous. In fact, they'll tell you, don't be nervous. It's okay. You know, you're amongst friends here. And that is actually kind of tied into what I want to talk about today, because I wanted to remind you that before you go live, this will help you as well, but also will help you with what to say, is never forget that there is a live person on the end. Sometimes we have our phones, right? And we might even post all day long about our business, what we have for sale, this gorgeous hutch that I just painted, this something that I just created, and it's for sale right now, right? But remember, never forget that there is a live person on the other side of that video. When you post something, somebody with a heartbeat and a real life is going to see it. And business is all about relationships, meaningful conversations. And so I think it's important to ask yourself, what have you been posting? And are you actually trying to develop relationships with your customer? Find out, because when you have a conversation, you find out how you can better help somebody else out there, right? And which means that they're going to be attracted to you even more, because you know what? You're sharing something, or you're helping them with something, or you're telling them, about something that you have that's going to make their life a whole lot easier, because we can all have products, services, solutions, just depending on how we set up our business. All right. So if you were to have a meaningful conversation with a friend, would you whip open your jacket and be like, buy my watches? Or would you say to them, good morning? My first post this morning was my coffee pot filling up my cup saying, good morning, I'm getting ready for a live business chat. Come join me, right? That is conversational, right? And that's real life. And it's not, hey, buy my paint at 8 a.m. in the morning, right? You got to remember that people don't buy constantly. And if you're posting to sell stuff constantly, that is a great way to turn people off. Do you get up every single day going, well, I must jump on Google now and see what I can buy? We know in business, the difference between a hobby and a business is when you're selling something and you're making money, right? But at the same time, if every day you think that people are getting up and they're going to want what you have, they don't even wake up in that frame of mind yet, right? They're not even ready to pick up a paintbrush, not even ready to figure out what paint color they want. They're not even ready to figure out whether or not they want something from you. Listen, they're just starting their day. They're just trying to survive. They're just having a cup of coffee. And like I say out here, because my husband says it, they're just a squirrel trying to get a nut. They're just trying to get up and get going today. So never forget there's a heartbeat there. And so I wrote down some stuff that, if you were building a relationship with a friend and you have it, or even if you have a friendship right now, it's not always buy this stuff from me. If you go that route, you're probably not going to have a friend for long, because you're going to really feel like they're being used, right? Like all that he or she wants from you is to buy their stuff. No, there's a lot more that goes on in a conversation other than you and that person getting something from them and them getting something from you, right? There's a lot more that goes on. So these are some of the things I want you to think about. And so when you're posting, don't just limit it to what you have for sale. So and remember, it is social media. So social media is all about getting social. So social, just like in a social setting with friends, you get social in a setting online. And the most amazing thing is when you go online is that you can connect with friends all over the world. Case in point, we have people here from England this morning, which is awesome. Naomi's here from the whole way around the world. How are you doing this morning, girl? Nice to see you on here. Kim's on here. Barbara, it's scary to her. Oh, you will get over it. One of the quickest ways to build your business is doing live video, and it's completely free. And it's a way that you get a chance to showcase that you're completely you, and that you're genuine and you're authentic, and people really get to see you in your true form, right? And so immediately they'll decide if they make a connection to you or not. That's okay. But you will attract the people that totally get who you are. And it is the most wonderful thing. Jen says, I was nervous and have anxiety attacks on non-live days. You can do it. See? And I saw Jen, was it yesterday? The days blow by here. But I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, Jen, you were painting something, right? And you were doing it. Doing well. Oh, I'm glad. Is the little one off to school, Naomi? Naomi posted a picture of her daughter doing The Shabby Fox tutorial. I love that so much. Do you guys remember when I posted it? Well, that's Naomi's daughter. It was the fox with the old thrift frame. It came out beautiful. So here are some of the things when you think about building a relationship, okay? And notice none of these are going to involve buy my stuff. You ask questions. You say stuff like, how's the weather where you are? Have you ever followed a page where somebody just posts something and they'll get tons of engagement because they say stuff like, have you seen the storm yet in your parts? Are you hunkering down for the storm? Is it coming your way, right? That's because that's authentically building relationships. That's because that is what somebody's thinking about, not what they're going to buy, probably because there's some impending storm coming their way. Ask questions. Why not? You can ask how so the weather is. You can ask what they're up to today. What are you getting in today? Do you have any projects today? You'll often hear me say, did you guys find anything good out there this week that you want to, that you're going to paint? Or did you find anything out there this week when you were thrifting and junking? And yeah, you get to see what other people are working on, right? That's good information for you to build your business. You get a sense. What will happen over time is when you start to actually have two-way conversations with people, you begin to become friends with people and you begin to recognize names and you build a relationship. It's actually a two-way street, right? So I love the fact that I can look at the names here and I know who you are and already I know what you do and the kind of person you are and your vibe that you give off. And chances are if you're here, it's because you know what, we connect, right? And that's a great way to grow friendships and relationships that go on to do other things. So ask him, what are you up to today? What are you getting into today? That's a pretty basic, that's what I would ask a friend of mine. That's what I would text a friend of mine and say, what are you up to today? Are you busy? What are you working on? What do you got going on? You around the house today? Sometimes we see stuff because isn't it natural? Do you ever hold your phone and say to your spouse, me and Matt do this all the time, go, did you see this? Did you see this meme going around with Baby Yoda? It is so funny, or whatever it is. Or it could be, did you see this? This is a story about, I don't know, if you drink orange juice, that you have twice the brain capacity, bring on the orange juice, right? Or whatever. I just made that up. But you know what I'm saying? Because that's the kind of relationships that people have, right? So you can share those when you find something, you can share something that fits within your brand, your umbrella of what you do with people that's interesting just like that, right? So asking them, did they see stuff? Another thing was, and on that heels of the Baby Yoda thing is if you find funny stuff, listen, when you post stuff, it's not all about selling. Sometimes it's about educating people. Sometimes it's about inspiring people. Sometimes it's about making people laugh because we all have more emotions that come with buying stuff. I guess that's the breakthrough I want you to have today. And when you realize that, you realize you got more to post about other than, oh my gosh, I didn't paint anything. I didn't make anything. What am I going to post about today? People don't always want to see you and what you're working on. Ask them. And that is a great way to grow your business because the information that you can gather, like what they're telling you, oh my gosh, they can tell you what their struggles are. Like what can I help you with this week? What are your struggles? What do you need to hear from me, right? That's a good question to ask to keep yourself relevant and to be able to be helpful to your people. So you can share with them funnies. Maybe it's a good morning inspiration picture. Maybe it's a positive quote because we all know that, there's a lot of negativity in this world, right? And we see it now because it's always in front of us on our phone. And you know what? You can be that person that breaks that scroll for somebody because they want to see your post and what you're doing. Because you know what? When they see, you always leave them in a better place than where you found them because now they got a good morning quote or just something that made them laugh this morning, right? Or a good morning meme or something like that you found. You can do that. And by the way, tomorrow I'm going to talk about the words that you can use, words that you don't want to use. Because Facebook has like an algorithm. Have you ever heard of the algorithm before? Tell me yes or no. Does that sound like a scary word to you? An algorithm is basically like, picture in your mind, picture like a group of robots that go banned word, limit her reach. Nope, his posts don't get to be seen today. And it can mean whether or not your stuff is being seen by other people. So I want to talk to you tomorrow about how many times you should post, what you should post, and the verbiage and the words you can use. So that way, when you're talking about having meaningful conversations, how to actually approach the conversation to be helpful. And after you start to practice it, it gets a whole lot more easier. So if that sounds good to you, give me a yes, please, because I will know that is something you want to hear me talk on tomorrow. So you can give them inspiration, right? We talked about funny, so you can give them inspiration. You can give them pep talks. Like something that works really well is that when you show people you're an actual human being and not a robot. When you when you tell them that I'm just like you too, I have struggles, right? But this is what got me out of it. Or something, a story about some time where you were, a good thing in life, that you're beyond something that, oh, good, I love the yeses, thank you. So that you can talk on a subject when you have gone through something in life, and you can look back and you can say those things with strength, right? Like for me, I tell the true stories of how me and Matt did not have 2 dimes to rub together, quite literally. We didn't even live paycheck to paycheck because we couldn't even make it to the next paycheck, right? I'm talking about like having $2 and $3 in your bank account and then not having any money left over and trying to figure out, how you're going to survive to get to the next paycheck, running out of gas because you don't even have enough money in your bank account to even fill up your gas tank. So the struggles are real, but you can talk about struggles. You are always ahead of somebody else, right? Even all you guys on here today, you're like, well, what can I give to somebody else? I promise if you have picked up a paintbrush, then you are ahead of somebody who's never picked up a paintbrush, right? If you have completed a piece of furniture, you are ahead of somebody that has never, ever done a piece of furniture before, but in their mind, they're worried about all the things that they need to do, make sure they do it right before they do it, right? They're going to look at you and say, teach me. But everybody this works for any sort of thing, right? You're a photographer. There are people out there that goes, I don't even know what kind of camera I should have. There are people out there who would love to get your help. They want pictures this season, but they don't even have a backdrop, right? There's so many things and so much advice, so much coaching, so much help. It all comes down to help. You can be a real person and help somebody else out there because you are always ahead. And when you think that you're not enough, well, like I said, everybody's at different points, and there's always somebody who you can help and be connected with, right? Naomi, I need to hear, yeah. And I know, Naomi, with you, like, you're very good on the analytical side, and with the VA, meaning virtual assistant, and helping other business owners and things like that, right? You're ahead of somebody else because you have already put organized things into effect. You already know about branding. You already know what other business owners need to be doing. And so therefore, when you show up, and you don't always show up by my services, but you show up giving tips and things like that, or even like the struggle is real. Yes, tax time is coming up, and now we turn a different year, and business owners be like, where are all my business receipts? That's the real deal, right? And so if you can show people or help people that are in that, and now you've moved on, that's a great way just to show people that, hey, follow along with me. You will definitely pick up followers. People who were once in a situation where you were, and now you're no longer there, and they're going to want to know, how did you get out of that? I mean, even think about like weight loss or anything when it comes to the gym, somebody who sculpted their body. We all love a good before and after photo, don't we? And when you see it, what is the first thing people ask? How did you do that? How did you get there, right? Because we all want to improve where we are. We all want to be better tomorrow than what we are today. And if we can learn something from somebody else, then you've just improved somebody else's life, and they will be thankful to you for that, right? So you can also ask if they need anything, right? Why not just ask if they need anything? What can I help you with today in my business? This is what I'm working on. Is there anything that you guys would like to see me do? Yesterday, I posted a picture of some candlesticks, and I painted them in Be My Honey and distressed them and sealed them. Do you guys remember that with the metallic finish? And I put up a video, and I had a message from somebody who said, how do you do that? How do you get that distressed look? Well, you guys know that I've been distressing furniture since the cows came home, okay? But always remember that there are new people. If you are growing your page and you're working on growing your business, that there are always new people coming in. People that have never seen you do that before. They like what it is, they're attracted to what it is that you do, but they're going to ask you questions, right? So listen to those questions of, I would like to know how to do that. So you know what? I wrote back and I said, let me do a live. I'll do a live, and I'll do a live demonstration and show you and repeat what I did, right? So when you go live, even though you even did a live on a topic and you might have did it, or you posted on a topic, or you wrote out a post on a topic, live business will always, always get further and seen more than any other thing. I'm going to be honest as a business coach and tell you that, okay? And to help you move your business. So by the end of 2020, if you've not gone live, oh yeah, we're going to get you going live, all right? Because that's the fast way to fast track your business. But yeah, when you're putting stuff out there, read the comments, because I'm going to go ahead and go live and do something that I've definitely done before, but it'll be a new color, it'll be a new project, and I'll get to chat with people that I haven't had a chance to chat with live with for a while on my business page, see how they're doing, see if there's anything that I can help them with, say hello to them. I miss going live when I don't go live for a while, when my business takes me away doing other things in terms of painting on my excuse me, Junk Monkey Paint Company page. So remember that there's always new people joining your page. Never, just because you did it once doesn't mean that you can't talk about it again, right? And when you have friends, sometimes you have conversations over and over again, right? It's never the same. It always changes, but it could be the same topic, but there's different inflection on it. You're doing something different. You're in a different room. You're driving somewhere. You're in the car. You're in the whatever, right? And that is what true friends do. They have relationships. Tish says, allow your ceiling to be someone else's floor. True that. Absolutely. I love that. I love it. And then if you don't filter yourself, then there is no ceiling for you, right? You can just continue to just be you. Boy, how awesome is that, to get up and do what you love to do every single day, no filter, just being you. Start growing your business page by being you. So when you come out behind the furniture, you know what? It's just a natural transition, right? People are like, oh yeah, she's, I've known that Sonya's behind Junk Monkey Paint Company forever and a day. Do you ever have companies where you have no idea? You can't even picture who owns the company. You don't even know the face of the owner. Like, think about that, right? In 2020, businesses who bring their face out are going to be more successful than businesses who don't. That should be a motivation, right? Robin says, a huge thank you to you, Sonia, for being real and throwing your confidence out for all of us to see. I've learned so much from you. That is what I love to hear. That is what I love to hear. And that's why I do every single day what I do. I just happen to think what I'm thinking right now in silence every single day. All the stuff that you see me paint, that's all the stuff that I would do every day anyhow for my business. The difference that I've made is that I decided to go on social media and post what I'm doing so other people can come along my journey with me. And like I said, you can help somebody else out who's like, I'm just getting started. Girl, you've been doing this for over 10 years. I'm just getting started. You've learned so much. And I know there's stuff that I can learn from you, right? So it's just a wonderful thing. And if you ever heard the term solopreneur, that's solo. That is so sad and so lonely, right? It's lonely being a business owner anyhow, because you're in your own head, because you're making decisions all the time. You're wondering if you're making the right decisions all the time. You can beat yourself up whether or not, your stuff is good enough. You're comparing yourself to somebody else. And it can be definitely very, very mental, right? But when you do business with other people and you start to have conversations with other people, then it just becomes, it's not lonely. You're not a solopreneur, right? You're actually doing business and you're out there. You're not just keeping to yourself, right? You're turning the camera on. You're bringing people into your world. And now you get to walk forward together. Being me. Yes, just like you have your own thumbprint, right? Nobody else has the same thumbprint as you. Nobody else has the same personality as you. Nobody else has had the same experience as you. You're special. I always say, who says, is it Dr. Seuss or who is it, that there's never been anyone before you like you, and there will never be anyone after you like you. And then when you think about being you in business, how to make yourself stand out, you got the secret sauce. You just got to figure out how to harness it a little bit more, right? Like, how can I show glimpses of me to my people and still be professional, but still be the unfiltered me, right? And when I say unfiltered, we never want to get into sex, politics, religion. We always know that that's pretty much the golden rule of when it comes to business, because at the end of the day, there's always two sides to the coin, right? And while one person has one set of thoughts based on their businesses, based on their experiences, there's always somebody else who has an exact different thought process, right? So there are some things that we avoid, but when we're talking about businesses, that's how you brand your business. You stay in that hub of what you're doing, right? So avoid those other topics, but totally be you and unfiltered you when it comes to talking about how passionate you are about what it is that you do. No one can do it better than you. Yep. Brady says, I need a mute button for my head. True stuff, right? We all do. Jocelyn says, rolling solo over here. So hard to make connections. Well, Jocelyn, I'm pretty sure I just saw you talking in the comment section. So you're making connections right here. And we're glad that you are here. So you're definitely not alone. I see you and I know what you're doing, and you're doing beautiful work. So don't ever stop. Keep on rolling. It is such a good topic, isn't it? Of just about being you. Yep. Nobody else can be you. So if you want to be different in your business and you want to stand out, think about, and you all have your own personalities, right? You have your own way to dress. You have your own personality. You have your own, how you speak. You have your own, like where you grew up, the experiences, the funny stories, all that sort of stuff is the stuff really honestly that people remember, right? So going back to the beginning, that people don't always wake up with the intention to buy. We don't go, I just got out of bed. Let me drink coffee and see what I can buy today. Don't do that, right? Those are the businesses that will stay behind in 2020. So when you get up and you talk to your people, and as part of what you're doing, a story comes out, you're showing the real side of life. Yesterday, I posted a picture of my dog, Tiki. Oh, it was so funny. She got up in the morning and she had her blanket over her head, and literally she looked like a Jedi. And I said, I think my dog has been watching too much Star Wars. Did you guys see that photo? Right? Well, you know what? Now my people know that I have two dogs and that they're Chihuahua. One's a Chihuahua Yorkie and one's a Chihuahua. And for a lot of people, you know what? As a dog owner, you'll connect to a fellow dog owner, right? Or I made them laugh and they'll remember that. So next time I'm going live and I mention my dog, they go, oh yeah, I saw that picture of your dog, right? She's a cutie patootie. She's got lots of attitude and she's 5 pounds, right? All of 5 pounds. But when people go to buy, they'll remember you, right? So every single day, don't show up to sell. Just show up just to be you in business, because professional businesses show up every single day, right? Treat people how they want to be treated, and just put yourself in the shoes if you're doing business with somebody else, you don't want to walk into a store and they go, buy my cabinets, right? You want them to say, hi, thanks for coming in. And you don't even want them to be in your face. Just leave me alone over here, right? And, you want them to say, hi, if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. That's the same as leave me a comment if there's something that you want me to talk to you about. So if you don't want somebody to be up in your face, if you don't want to be hit first thing in the morning with a feed full of buy my stuff, here's what I have for sale, treat people how you would want to be treated by a business. And that works if you have a brick and mortar store, or that works if you have an online business. The very fact that you're saying hi, that should be what you're leading with, right? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so nice to see you. So nice to see you ladies here this morning. I love it when you show up. It really does. It gives me energy to do what I love to do. And I'm so glad that we connect on the same thing, right? Tisha's saying, yes, Jocelyn, you're not alone now. Aw. Barb says, taking the first step is the hardest. Yep, and we walk before we run. Darlene says, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Very nice. All right, guys. So it's 8:30. So I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to get my day started. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I always believe that if you left somebody better than you found them, then you know what? Then that's a good thing, right? You're on the right track. You're leading a good life, and it's going to be a good day. So just thank you guys so much for being here. Vintage Forest Vine says, I can take an amazing picture of a sunset, but post a cell phone of my dog and get more likes. Because you know what? Everybody has a fur buddy, right? Pretty much everybody do. And they're like members of your family. And you're connecting on people. Can I be honest with you? Okay, actually, that's so good. You just gave me a really good thought, because I'd like to leave you guys with an action step, some homework that you can do. So it's practical, okay? So here is, it's not a hack, but it's just the true story. It's just the truth of the matter, all right? So if you've gotten to this point of the video and you're watching this, good for you, because this is a nugget for you. And this works all the time for influencers on Instagram, but it works anywhere. It works on Facebook as well. And it's not that it just works. It's just that to the point of the dog gets more likes than the sunset. If you post a picture of yourself today on your social media, chances are you will get more likes and more engagements than if you did not, than if you posted anything else besides yourself. Because people love to see you. They are a person, not a piece of furniture or not a piece of whatever it is that you're making or you're doing or a service. They are a real life person. And if you go out there today and you put a post up on your social media and you post a nice picture of yourself, right? Take your phone, get some good lighting, and to snap a nice photo of yourself. It doesn't matter. Go out there and do it right now. Grab a cup of coffee just like this here, okay? Take a picture and put it at yourself. Take a nice photo, and boy, I'm gonna show you how to take good photos of yourself and all that good stuff coming up. We're gonna cover it all. So when you take the picture of yourself, put it out and say, good morning, friends. And then ask a question. Say something like, good morning, friends. Let's see, good morning, friends. And then of course you have to fill in kind of like what it is that you work on, because we can all become different lines of work, but how's everybody's day going or something like that? Or good morning, friends, who's ready to take on the day? Good morning, friends, who's ready to get this day started? How about you say something like that? That's pretty generic, right? Good morning, friends, who's ready to get this day started? When they see your face and a cup of coffee, people will connect more with a real live person than what they will with just a standalone photo of a thing. You're not a thing, you're a person, right? And we get more interaction when we put a person before the masses of people. So I want you to try that today. Take a picture of you. It could be just you and a piece of furniture or something like that, right? I say furniture, but no, you can apply it to anything that you've got going on, all right? It makes no difference. So if there's a piece of furniture behind you, sit there with a cup of coffee and be like, good morning, friends. I'm getting ready to finish this piece up behind me. Who's ready to take on the day with me? Right? Do that, and let me know how it goes tomorrow, okay? Let me know how it goes tomorrow. Jerry says, go out there and be creative. Whoop, whoop. You got it. Selfie issues, Brady says. Oh, you're too sweet. We all, listen, we're all our own worst critic, remember? It's all up here. We're already thinking about how awful it is, what people are going to say about us when we haven't even posted the photo just yet, right? We often think of it, it's even like a piece of furniture, like, oh my gosh, they're going to hate it. It's horrible. I'm telling you, your people will find beauty in what you're doing, and they will find beauty in you as well. You're just being hard on yourself. Barb says she's getting rid of her jammies. Naomi says, I make sure I put my lipstick on. Yes, because if you have your lipstick on, you feel put together, right? Too funny. Shonda says, I will reluctantly comply. Okay, Shonda, I can't wait to hear back from you tomorrow. All right, go do it. Go do it. Remember, do it quick and get it done. All right, take a picture, put it up, because if you're saying good morning, don't post it in the evening. All right, so post it now. Coffee, good morning, friends. Who's ready to get, you can even say, if you've never introduced yourself before, you can say, good morning, guys. It's Shonda here. And I just want to say good morning to you guys. Who's ready to get this day started? Go do that, okay? And I can't wait. All right, I'll be back again tomorrow, guys, at 8 a.m. I will see you here. Go out and make it happen, because this is your day. This is your life. This ain't no dress rehearsal, people. So if you got dreams, you got to go out there and you got to get them, all right? They're not going to come to you. Just go out there and collect them. Go out and put it together. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye. Thank you, Brittany, for the love.